Welcome everybody to the iRacing Fanatec GT Challenge. We're just about to get started. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the sweltering heat. And if you are not in sweltering heat, and if you are in cold temperatures, oh. Welcome absolutely everybody to the iRacing Fanatec GT Challenge here at Charlotte Roval 2019 layout. It'll be round 7 of season 3 of 2020 as Felipe Paiva just coming out of the bus stop having a little bit of a squiggle. We're absolutely happy to have you here, guys, and thanks for joining in as ever. It's going to be interesting because this is the first time myself and Craig have commentated on this track and this layout. We don't typically, well, we do Rovals, you know, Daytona Road being one of them. And speaking of Craig, he's always joining me in and always having fun. So good evening, Craig.
Good evening. Do you know what? I just needed my fan on. It's a little bit hot. You know, it's 42 Celsius out there today. It's a hot track, but as I would say with some of the Americans, this is what we would usually be racing on an oval. So get used to it. I'm really excited for this because I don't think we've seen anything. Oh, I mean, the only thing I've ever seen race around here is Skippies, Mazdas, and that's about it. Never a GT1, so or a Ford GT2. God, we can't forget the Fords. So I'm really interested to see how this goes tonight because, yeah, it's gonna be really fun. And apart from a couple places in the infield, it's hard to get off tracks here. So that's our dream, you would think.
Well, unless you hit the wall. And well, you don't get an off track in that case. You just get a 4x or 2x for your little transgression, or if you're very lucky, it's a 0x. But there's not a lot of runoff area on the infield, and especially on the banking, there's definitely zero runoff area. So there's very little room to make mistakes. I think
but in theory, you shouldn't be racing high.
I mean, have the GT1s raced here before?
I'm not entirely sure, and we can't ask somebody because the person that would probably tell us, Dan Muller, is currently out there in third position in qualifying. So I don't think we can actually get any information about that. As
Oh no! He's taking a leaf out of Lotus's book, and he's racing the John Player.
Oh, the John Player special.
Oh no!
Dear.
Oh no!
But he does go pole with a 1:14.574. You know, that's good. Come on, that's good.
I mean, he does go pole, but look at his livery.
I know. At least it's a shouty boy. That make you happy?
At least it's a shouty boy. That makes me slightly happy. Okay.
Well, I mean, we also know what else is out there because I was looking earlier. I think the meme Ford or the anime weeb Ford is out there again. Oh no, the Soviet. Has it got the Soviet livery on or something?
It is. It's the Soviet weeb livery. It is indeed out there.
Who's gone white on my screen? Has it gone white on your screen?
I think they're saving us from the images. By the way, I did have a check of the images on the top of it. You were saying not to look at them the first time I witnessed or I put eyes on it. You were very correct.
Yep, I do have that. I do have that appeal. So while they're just finishing, we mentioned, for those who are not aware, this is the 2019 version of the Roval. So it's not the meme chicane, as I like to call it. It's the proper chicane.
It's not the joke that they had before, which was the 2018 layout, which was the shall we say less than stellar effort by Charlotte's part to implement a bus stop feature.
Well, let's be honest though. I mean, we've got some Corvettes out here today, and the chicane was made easier for big American cars. As I say that, a British car goes pole with Brandon Roseborough with a 114.5 flat. So, apart from that, it's all shouty boys.
Is it really all shouty? It is, actually. Hang on. So we've got a shouty boy, 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 Aston. So I count 6 Astons, and the rest are big shouty boys.
Let me just count up the Fords. We've got a Ford, we've got a Ford, we've got a Ford. Yeah, it's all Fords in the Ford category tonight. Just...
Funny that.
Oh, what a surprise! Right, I'll just see if anybody else is trying to take a lap around here. I think they're all finished, so we might as well go over the results, actually.
Indeed, let's go over the results, shall we?
I will start because I'm pretty sure we will both butcher this first name, but in pole position is the number 1 car of Adrudas Valenteus. I don't know if that's how you pronounce his name, with a 114.367. Then it's Brandon Roseborough with a 114.5. Dan Muller is third with a 114.574. And Stefan Overgaard is fourth with a 114.710. Alexandra Godfroy with a 114.728 is fifth. Felipe Paiva with a 114.801 is sixth. John Boatafer is a 114.967, and Stephen Walkup is a 115.101. Leonardo Baello with a 115.499 is ninth, and Stefan Leslie with a 115.835 is in 10th.
Garbin is in 11th in the number 13 car with a 115.996. Harrison is in 12th position with a 116.226. Wheatley is 116.407, puts him in 13th position. Felstead is in 14th position with a 116.5 flat. And then to round off is Boyer with a 116.960 and Rankin with a 117.390. Then to touch into the boys, the Ford GT2 3 boys, it's Rodeveld with a 119.108, Mosquera with a 125.06, Davenport with a 122.550, and Tamosinas did a 121.102. So I don't know what happened there. He might have gotten an off track. He might have gotten the elusive off track that you talked about before. And oh dear, I already see a problem.
Oh, You haven't been to Charlotte before, have you?
No. No.
This was brought in when they brought the new version of Charlotte in. This is the classic Charlotte, and actually most of the American ovals starts where you all are lined up inside your pit boxes, and you basically just have to wait. So you have to pay attention. Actually, also you have to pay attention in front of you today.
Do they have to do an entire lap around the oval?
Yes.
Then why did I rush why did I rush naming people off? God damn it. they all have to do the gentlemen start your engines Le Mans style start. It is very weird to see this happen in a I mean, look at that. Look at the amount of cars there are. This is the equivalent of like a classic Le Mans start, except there's 4 GT2s in the background. Shh. Won't go over that.
And today, folks, after the improvisation, today the command is given to us by Irish legend Rob O'Brien. So, Rob, take it away.
I hate the way that you pronounce that. That's actually accurate to what some Americans call my last name. Gentlemen's, start your engines. I think, yeah, we're gonna have to improvise here. Good audio. Audio mixing.
It's like when they did the eNASCAR series, didn't it? They piped in the fake engine startups, including then the radio chatter from their crews chief saying, start her up, crank it up, start it up. It was just so weird. Yeah,
and the way that they say, keep digging.
So they are going, and look at them. They've done it. Apart from Baeo, who totally forgot what he was doing, and is now going to have to speed up, but. It's a full lap, so for anybody who has never seen the Roval, we take a sharp left, and there are no names for the corners, they're all turn numbers, so this is going to be chaotic for us, but they come down, that is the pit lane you will see, then they come down to this weird right-hander. I know an American track with a right-hander, say it isn't so.
I will not go, turn through right. Into the wall. Also,
just to point out that runoff there that Valentus is taking, that is basically the line you'll be taking. I don't know why it's always happened like that, but they made it extra wide and there's no repercussions. You take as much of it as you can as you go back up, as you'll be coming up shortly to what I call the Matt Malone corner, made famous for the clip where he's told there's a car in front of him. As he hits this, in front of him, in front of him, he cannot see him. He comes to about here and sees the car in front and smashes into it. It's when iRacing started doing their not top 10s, that was the clip that everybody wanted to see.
It's very blind. It's a blind corner. It's not very preclusive to your health more than anything. As some of them are going on the apron.
Well, it is the warm-up lap. Now. To check with the rules, and we're not going to be Nim Cross here, you are allowed to run under the apron, which is the blue line here. You must rejoin safely, and the person who's above the apron is not obliged to let you in. So basically, if you're going under, you've got to make the move stick. But why do you be going under when you come to this monster, the chicane? Look at it. Look how much room you've got here, and then look how much room you've got on the exit. It's crazy.
I will let you start this one because you're at least got some, ground in oval.
Do you know, I've never raced this, and I've got to race it in a few weeks when NASCAR comes here, and I'm really looking forward to it. But I've seen so much when it comes to races in the slower series and stuff. To see these guys doing 114s and 115s around here is fantastic. So they'll be coming up to the final chicane, which is 15, 16, and 17. That's the turn numbers. Literally every corner has a turn number here for some reason. Pace car will drop in right now. Valentinus will take the lead slowly, waits for it, and guns it before they get to the chicane. Will take the lead. It goes green right now. He hits to the chicane. It'll be a little bit too wide behind him at the moment, but we'll keep an eye on Rosberg at the moment. It's Valentinus as well, but at the back it's looking pretty safe. Everyone's going in. They hit down to the first few corners as well. Let's just check the Fords. Fords are looking pretty safe as well. Everybody's got through safely at the moment. Valentinus and Rosberg are your top two.
Your two top two? What?
I know. I don't know why. I don't know.
You just named top 2, and I was like, hang on, wait a minute. There's more than that.
I know. Well, Paiva has gained a few spots. Paiva has gained a few spots. He's fitting into P5 at the moment with Godfrey into 6th. Walcott got a lead up there on Beaufort. But the same as they hit the oval right now. This is going to be an interesting thing. It's the long straights at the moment, and we also see that Valentinas has put over a 1 second lead ahead of everybody. He will be taking the chicane shortly, but Rosberg needs to hold on against Overgaard right now. They'll hit the chicane. There shouldn't be any diving. Takes it nice. Takes it a bit. Bobby Muller's messed it up. What's happened to him? He's just lost it on the braking. Cold tyres, lost it on the braking and turning, and he does not cause another accident. A couple others go off as well, trying to avoid it, trying to save there. So a lot of incident there at the back of the field. Also, it looks like Roval has lost the lead in the boards to Mosquera.
So that is, oh my god, the Shouty boys are out again in force. As, by the way, the Mosquera's Soviet Weeb livery is back. God damn it. As there's been one lead change, and I think there's been another lead change. Andreas Valentijus is lost the lead to this man. Wait, what? No, he didn't. He did not lose the lead. It was just... Thank you, Advo. You told me it was lost the lead. No, it wasn't. So it's only been one lead change so far. Javier Mosquera overtook the lead from Urleveld and is now having a second.
Pit, by the way.
Okay, so that's probably why.
Let's just have a look. Oh, he hit the wall in the infield and then got collected. Not sure what turn that is, but that was on the infield at the moment.
That's on turn 1, going into turn... Sorry, that's turn 2. Turn 3 hits the barrier on the outside and just punts the rear end, and you can see the wing mirror there. And, well, the engine's just gone. That's a smoky engine. The Shouty boy is no more for that car. As we come back onto Stefan Overgaard, chasing the car number 4 of Brandon Rosberg. Or Brandon Rosberg.
Rosberg.
Sorry, yeah. Rosberg. Not Roseburg, Roseborough. But they're coming through turn 3 now. Onto turn... I'm going to call it the Bank of America because the banner is just before the corner. I think that's what people call it.
Everything's Bank of America around here though, because the Roval when it first started was the Bank of America Charlotte Roval. As Roseborough takes a long bit of an overshot line there, coming out of the Bank of America middle infield. We'll call it the infield, and then onto the O2 over the go. The gap again, it's still half a second, but it's the Aston versus a Chevy or a Corvette, or a Shouty boy as we say, and it's going to be interesting because these two are out on their own at the moment. They're not checked. They're well behind the leader, but well in front of P4 and 5. But they both take it easy. You've got to respect the sausages.
Oh, he's lost the wing mirror. He's sorry, Stefan Overgaard just hit the... Oh no, he lost the wing mirror and then got it back. For God's sake, guys.
iRacing decided no. You will keep that mirror. You will need it.
It's dangerous to go alone with one mirror. You will need this, as he regenerates a mirror through the middle of the banked 3 and 4. I think that's the bank 3 and 4. Correct me if I'm wrong. As they come down through the Bank of America, no real issues so far.
Loving it at the moment. There's a little bit of a pack racing there. Godfrey in 4th, Beaufort in... really mess that up, in 5th, and Walkup in 6th. There's about a second between the two of them. Walkup is trying to grab hold of them and trying to get into the DRS range, not the DRS range, into the SUP range.
This is not F1. There's no DRS on these cars.
Could you imagine DRS at the Charlotte Roval? They would die.
I would not want to think of that. I'm going to be honest.
No, I think I would agree with you there, but the gap is opening a bit now between Godfrey and Beaufort. So just again, just respect curves, as Godfrey hit a bit too much of those curves on the exit of the chicane. Looking all right at the same time. Let's have a look at these Fords at the moment. It's very quiet at the moment. Roval put a 2-second lead over Mosquera, and Mosquera is battling with Davenport. There's a 4-second lead on that. So looking quiet at the moment. We will get back to that. Anything heats up. Where is the action down the field?
Oh, sorry. He's trying to pass Bruce Rankin for position. Bruce Rankin is not having a nice time of it all. He's down in 19th or he's down overall 19th position in class. He's 18th, but he's going to be holding up Derek Rudeveld, I think, because the car number 16 of Mosquera has now just caught up to the back of him, and it's probably going to try and see if he can seal a re-overtake, as Rudeveld took the position back. So Rudeveld's now back in the lead for the Ford GT2s as they come through the Bank of America 3 and 4.
I like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Let's just call it the Bank of America 3. I mean, it's hard to mistake. It's not. Like there's Bank of America advertising all over that section.
Yeah. I just want to say, Bruce Rankin. You notice he's got a bit of damage on the back of his car. No, nobody hit him. He went over the bumps entering the chicane. He missed the chicane, went over bumped, and iRacing decided we're going to dent your back panels for no reason. I was watching it. I was like, how does that cause that much damage when all it's done is just take a bump on the sausage curbs?
This is iRacing. They will punish you for in any which way for sausage curb damage.
That is true. Right, so we've had a car spin out. We've had a car go off somewhere. I'm not entirely sure.
So these cars are actually... Sorry, just to say, looking at Chris Feldstad, it's damage to his right-hand side. His door is a bit crumpled. Hopefully he can get out of that car once he's finished this race. Oh no, wait, he can. It's on the what the Americans call the wrong side of the car. And it's the right side of the car. It is the right side of the car.
Well, he's in a good little battle here against Wheatley for 11th and 12th. Again, a little bit of pack here. A lot of people just spread out at the moment. The times are very different in nature, but this is a battle here. But the moment Felstead gets here, this Aston Martin, let's be honest, this Aston Martin's got some really good top speed. As I watch Felstead hit the sausage curves a bit too hard there, but gets away with it, but loses a bit of time. But yeah, these Astons are bringing it at the moment. Apart from, at the front we've got a shouty boy, but when you're a 6.6 KI rating, you should be expected to win a race like this. And the shouty boy is 7 seconds ahead of the non-shouty. I think that we should just determine them. They're either shouty or non-shouty boy. Then what about Ford? The unwanted child. Oh, just looking at that coming out of Bank of America 3 and 4, I think is where it was. Rosenberg had to hit the brakes because he was taking too much speed. You said Rosenberg, by the way. Oh, Roseborough, sorry. Yeah, that is so hard. But Overgaard was just basically just lifting off the throttle. Quite a difference in styles there, but it helped Overgaard gain a bit of time. That must be depressing. You're coming up to the chicane and you can just see Valientus just driving away through NASCAR 3, and there's nothing you can do because you've got a chicane in the way. Well, it's even worse for Roseborough, because he can see in his rearview mirror this car, the car of number 3, Stefan Overgaard. The blue shouty boy is coming up behind him and is definitely not going away. He's not able to get away in terms of lap times. The last lap between the two of them was like this. So Brandon Roseborough did a 1:15.0 and then Overgaard did a 1:15.3. It's only 0.3 of a second difference, but you can just see just there we go, that he's still there, and he will be making life hell for this one little rebel Aston Martin in the top 3. Well, I've just seen Baeo, he took P9 and then lost it going into turn 1 to Dan Muller, so those two having a little bit of a battle here. They went side by side into turn 1, which when you're on this Roval, you can't really go side by side because of how big the NASCARs are, so it's quite weird to see two cars side by side there. But he is losing time now on Muller after gaining that spot. And something else has just gone flying. Is that Muller losing a wing mirror now? Yep, Muller has definitely lost a wing mirror. That, no doubt about it. It's not regenerated. It's not to who. He has definitely lost a wing mirror. And if that causes aerodynamic loss, then I'm probably just going to run into iRacing. But that would just be the icing on the cake. But actually, I think Baeo doesn't have any wing mirrors at all now either. Wow, that's a bit scary. If that was me. Well, if they have their mirrors on,
they could probably, just focus on the rear view mirror. That's what most drivers do. But if they're the kind of person that has all of the mirrors on, they've just lost one, so they've just lost quite a lot of information if they use all three. But what you were saying about if it affects the aerodynamics, you may never know. In some series, as the wing mirrors are used to generate, the aerodynamic profile of the car, at least in a little bit of a sense. So, in those situations, they definitely would have made a difference. But I don't think in this situation where you have a big gas-guzzling American muscle car that has aerodynamic bits bolted onto it, doesn't make that big of a difference.
Remember the F1 cars when they had the wings put on these like aerodynamic things on the side of the car, and they couldn't actually see the mirrors? Like, just remember Martin Brundle screaming for like the first 4 races of the season, "Oh, there's a crash there because they can't see, because they've made a stupid regulation that means the wing mirrors have to be on these pieces and they can't see the wing mirrors."
Yeah,
but it actually is hindering Baeo. He's a bit slower with no wing mirrors compared to Muller, who's faster with one wing mirror.
So what you're saying is it is confirmed that that having wing mirrors is better than having no wing mirrors.
All I'm saying is, Harrison, he's catching up to you. You know what to do. Find a corner, knock that wing mirror off, get some speed back. Because Muller has gained that position. They gained another position. There was a car in the pit by the looks of it. Not sure where. And now Muller's on the charge on Harrison, and he is throwing that car around the infield at the moment, actually losing time. So these 3 cars are in a little bit of a packet for 7th, 8th, and 9th. Quick look on the leaders, and Roseborough is losing time to Overgaard, and the gap is now 7. Last time we looked, it was about 1.3. So those two are on the charge. It was a 1:15.4 for Overgaard last lap, and Roseborough with a 1:15.8 as they come to cross the line shortly. The gap is now half a second. Remember, the hot track is causing a lot of tyre loss for these cars, because these cars aren't really designed to go up banked ovals, let's be brutally honest.
So the main thing that I'm witnessing now, in my very limited experience of this Roval, is that the half of the circuit is nice, and it's the equivalent of something like Daytona road course, but there's also a section where you're completely blind.
Hello, a car's just gone off. A car's just gone spin in the Bank of America. That's Stefan Leslie's just gone spin in the Bank of America infield. Spins on their own and comes back down into P11th.
By the way, the car of Thomas Davenport does not look... Oh, he was trying to not hit Davenport, I think. Davenport himself is looking extremely damaged. You can see he's almost caused another crash. I think that was the battle between Muller and Baeo, by the way, where he got intertangled with that poor number 24.
He's had this damage for quite a while, actually. I'm rewinding back to see what happened, and here we go, lap 7, Bank of America infield. Takes the sausage curve too much, spins, and loses the back of the car. So he's got no wing. He's showing his insides like one of these OnlyFans people, and basically I'm surprised that's not a meatball, if I'm brutally honest.
Why did
he just goes into the back of Godfrey. Godfrey just goes into the back of him, and he's spun out. What happened there?
Why did you have to say OnlyFans, like the insides like OnlyFans? Why did you have to say it like that? We're gonna get copyright strikers. Oh no! Gotta throw it now. I think Godfrey tried slowing down, but I don't think Godfrey completely appreciated how little speed that poor car had. But I think Davenport's still not in the pits. His car is unsafe to drive. Why is he not in the pits?
Oh, good move from Dan Muller on Harrison right there. That's probably the first move we've seen going into the chicane. He takes P6 away from Harrison with a good move into the chicane, but they will be battling him right now. Baeo is behind them, waiting to pounce on any mistakes these two have. They won't be able to make a move here at the chicane. The only time I've seen any real moves here is Lando Norris and Matt Malone. So this should be pretty safe at the chicane. Set yourself up. You cannot. Harrison's a little bit slow out of there. But Baeo can set himself up going into the infield right now if he gets a good turn one. He does. But this little bridge going into the Bank of America infield, it's very hard to do anything because if anything, it's worse than Watkins Glen's S's. Yes, I'm saying that.
How dare you? How dare you?
I know.
How dare you?
What else? Yeah, I know. So is Davenport in the pit still? No.
No,
How is
Davenport
that
is
not?
He's still not
How's
in the
that
pits.
not a meatball? How's that not a meatball? Seriously. His back bumper is flapping about. He has no wing.
He's still not going into the pits.
That just.
It's. I'm gonna call it like I see it. It's not a safe car to drive, and he's already been involved with 2 other cars really at this point. So he needs to get himself into the pits, get some repairs, so he can enjoy the rest of the race. Well, he still can really because there's only 13 minutes left. This is the current head battle. You know, Valentina's just went flying and said, you know, I'll take a ticket and I'll go to France, lads. I'll see you later. You can see him here. He's just cruising at the moment. He's got a 10-second gap between himself and Roseborough. And really,
who is that car that just blinked? Was that John? That was John Stewart. Just blinked past the leader, past P2 and P3 was coming, trying to give them the room, and as he was giving them room to get around them, he blunked.
he blunked.
He blunked. He blunked. And now Roseborough has Overguard behind him, but Overguard got bookmarked there, so won't be able to make anything of a move. The gap between them half a second. Just looking elsewhere, it looks like Harrison. Yeah, Harrison's had a moment. Oh, he's had a big moment because he's got a bit of damage to the back of his car. He's lost that battle against Muller. What happened to him? They're just going over the chicane. Yeah, it looks like it's a bit of chicane action there, but he's lost that on Muller. That one battle, he's got Baeo behind him, catching him. But this battle between Overguard and Roseborough is the key one with 12 minutes to go. Pretty neck and neck at the moment. 16.072 for Overguard that last lap, and Roseborough did a 16.253. As I say that, he spins, locks the brakes, actually saves it, doesn't spin. I thought he was going to spin there. The tyres were just smoking, but held the put the brakes on, kept it straight, kept it. That was a good save. And now he's just dealing with issues because 39 Celsius track. It's getting colder. There was fears that this was going to be a 50 Celsius track today. It's gotten colder as they go on, but these tyres are not meant for high banking like this on the ovals, and so this is a real challenge as the tyres are really starting to cuss up now.
So the well, just before I cut across to Burroughs' little oopsie, but we just had Godefroy. He's coming down. He's in 13th position now. I think he started in. I'm pretty sure he started much further up the field.
He was 5th, yes. He was 5th.
He got a lot of damage on that car, and we just see on board now with Roseborough as he's trying to pass the car number 16 of Javier Mosquera. Made a nice
Garvin's going to make a move, I think. Garvin might make a move on Godefroy here. Cannot make it. Had some good defense from Godefroy going into the chicane. A little bit of a gaggle of 4 cars here coming out of the chicane, and oh, they've both spun out on their own occasion there. Garvin's hit the wall and lost the wing mirror, and Godefroy's just completely lost it trying to avoid it. He hits as well. They both tapped the wall and Godefroy spun out, and I think that might be him done. He's somehow still got his left side wing mirror, but not his right side. As Walkup's in the pits.
What happened to
Walkup is in the pit. Oh,
I see him. I see what happened here. I see the damage. There's definitely plenty of damage. Let's see.
You want to watch?
He just comes into turn. I think that's turn 1. Yeah, it is turn 1. And it just he just lost a rear wheel. Excuse me. Hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. What?
Yeah, hang on.
iRacing, are you okay? iRacing, are you?
I have no idea.
Just rear wheel just decides it doesn't want to live anymore.
Was that the right rear, wasn't it? Oh yeah, no. When he went sideways, when he locked up and went sideways, the wheel just decided no, I've had enough, and just gave in. I've never seen that.
Yeah, that might go down as the weirdest crash I've witnessed in a long while. Just suddenly a wheel deciding that it decides it doesn't like being a wheel and goes away. But yeah, it's unfortunate for him as he does disconnect, by the way. And John Stewart is in the pits. Oh no, he's not in the pits. Where is he?
He's in the pits.
Oh, he is in the pits actually.
Not sure why. Not entirely sure why. So, I think he's picking. Let's just go and give him a rundown of the wing mirror count, shall we?
How many wing mirrors have survived Charlotte Roval?
So, Valentinas, Overguard, Roseborough, and Boatafur all have their wing mirrors intact. Dan Muller has lost his left wing mirror. Harrison still has his wing mirrors. Baeo has no wing mirrors. Wheatley still has his wing mirrors. Belstead has lost his right wing mirror. Leslie still has their wing mirror. Boyett has lost their right wing mirror. Garbin has none. Godefroy has his left wing mirror still. Tomasuna still has his. He's doing well. So does Lofton. I think everybody else, Rankin has lost his, but I think everybody else has either has given up and pitted. So yeah, about half the field still have their wing mirrors. This is how much they're pushing.
So we're judging how well they're doing by how many wing mirrors they have left. Is that correct?
Well, you're gonna be honest. You want to get every. You know how when you watch those videos of Bathurst. Actually, Roseborough's taking the position from Overguard. What's happened there? Let's stop talking. Let's see what happened there, because they had a mistake in the infield there from Overguard. It looks. Yeah, it looks like actually forehand. Yeah, but forehand it was an in. He lost it in the chicane. Yeah, just had too much speed in the chicane. Had to lift, and that was the start-finish chicane. Sorry, not the back straight chicane. So lost a bit of speed there. Now back in a battle with 7 minutes to go to get that P2 back from Roseborough. So a small mistake there has cost him. But these two are like 17 seconds ahead of everybody else. So it's not like they have to worry about one spin could cost them a podium. I think at the moment. Well,
I mean, it's for battle for podium anyway, and the next car down, which is the car number 7 of Boatfire, is sorry, excuse me. He is 17 seconds behind Stefan Overgaard at the moment. So there's no real risk unless they have a massive accident. They should be good for a podium, but to whoever gets the second step next to Valenti, I think that's how you say it. Valenti, yeah, there you go. I'm gonna go with that. But obviously Overgaard would like to have that second step on the podium. He does look like he's looking down the inside, not making the move into the...
Oh, it's been a spin! It's been a spin in the infield, sorry. Russell Wheatley defending against Baeo, coming out of the Bank of America infield. Just the car just spun out, and he felt the car turning right too much. He was turning right, went to correct it, and the car just snapped left. And I have no idea where he is at the moment. That was Solo Harrison, sorry, not Russell Wheatley. That was Solo Harrison there with the spin. He survives. He actually hit the wall. He's come back out into P8, a few seconds down from them, but just a weird crash there because the car started spinning right, and I think he just tried to overcorrect as he was coming over the crest, and the car just decided to go a hard left. And how he managed to keep the nose out of the wall, I won't know, because that's a very good move to keep the nose out.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, fair play to him, you know. It looked like he was going into the wall on the infield there just for a split second. He managed to pull it, you know, he managed to keep it out, but he snap oversteered onto the grass and then kept it out of everything else that was you know, that is detrimental to his car's health, i.e. a wall. And he's still going, but he's down a few places. And he's
Tell you who else has gone down. Sorry to interrupt. Roseborough's gone down a few places. What's happened to Roseborough? Was in the lead. Oh no! On the start-finish straight, had a crash with John Stewart. Oh no! John Stewart loses the car coming out of the start-finish chicane. That's what happened. Yeah, the car just lost it, and the car snapped right as Overgaard was trying to go right of the car, right of Stewart, and just basically just went into the wall and just pushed that guy on and on. That also caught damage for Overgaard as well. He got caught up in it just a bit, did he? Yeah. He actually spun out there, but managed to keep it straight. But a lot of damage there. 7 seconds now, the gap between Overgaard and Roseborough, just from that one freak accident. But that's the tyres again. That's the tyres again. These tyres are not meant to survive these temperatures on this type of track, and it's showing it because of these types of reactions that we've seen now. 2 cars just snapping out of control. Well, I don't think that's a tyre issue, but it's a lack of grip in a driver trying to control the lack of grip, if you know what I'm saying.
So, what would be the temperature right now on track? You know, what would you think? Well, I know you have the statistics, so please do share with us how hot it is out there with 3 minutes to go.
It is 40 Celsius. That's 104 Fahrenheit. Now I know like I said, people were worried that it was going to be 50 Celsius today, and that would have been horrible. So they got a little bit lucky. It dropped as low as 38 Celsius earlier in the race, but that 2 Celsius is going to do nothing. So it's cooler than people thought, but it's still very dangerous, if I'm brutally honest, and it is showing with just how some of these cars are struggling at the moment.
So currently it stands as Valentijus, Stefan Overgaard, Brandon Roseborough, John I can't say his last name. God damn it. Mueller, Bio, Wheatley, Harrison, and Felstead and Leslie for the top 10 in GT1s, and in the GT2s it is Rudeveld, Mosquera, and Davenport. Davenport has yet to pit, by the way. He's still going around with a very damaged car.
He's had more damage because now we're seeing everything.
Oh my god.
This is no longer an OF page, this is a PH website page. Basically. Sorry, I'm just watching because...
Oh, he just got rear-ended by the car number 10. Oh, Stefan Leslie hitting the... it's not even funny anymore. This is just... Why keep driving the car when it is this damaged?
He came out at the back straight chicane, and his tail lights were wobbling so much they fell off. He didn't have any contact for that back to fall off. It just wobbled itself off. And now, what's he doing at the chicane? Is he finally parking it? No, he's stopping to let someone through. Even still,
I will scream at him, go to the pit, because he's compromising the position, the racing line of the car number 1, keeping it on the track. And look at the car; it's not even stable anymore. It's that. Look, there's no rear end. Where's the rear end gone?
Let me go into the cockpit. And that steering wheel is not straight. And finally, he pits. I'm going to call it as I see it. I've got no issue if people's got damage, but when you've got no wing,
that was
you've got that much damage, that should have been black flagged, if I'm perfectly honest. Not black flagged, sorry, meatball flag, black and orange flagged. But we do see a battle now because it looks like...
I think we're coming up to the last. This is the last lap, I think.
Yeah, we are at the last lap. But what's happened to P3? I thought somebody else was P3.
Yeah, there was. Yeah, Roseborough has dropped down into 5th position.
What's happened to him now? Is that just the damage? Well, okay, yeah, I've looked at his front. That's definitely because of the damage. And he's lost a wing mirror.
He's just lost a wing mirror.
His front tyre is not looking very good. Actually, Rob, is he running on 3 wheels and his front right is not touching? That's what it looks like on my screen.
Yeah,
it's lifting a little bit. Every now and then, that front right is just lifting off the ground a little bit.
That wheel looks like it's about to come off, so... I'm just going to leave him to the car number 23 slowing down in front of him. Joseph Schleich.
But we have seen the victor, by the way. We have seen the winner. Sorry. Valentinus has led this race from start to finish, and it's been so casual we haven't even broadcasted him. He crosses the line for the win.
Oh, there goes another wing mirror.
Overguard is now crossing the line for P2. But
Roval.
where is? Yeah, where is Roval? He's in the chicane. Sorry, I was looking at Godfrey. How is that tire still on?
I'm actually looking at Dan Muller and Bodefer as they come across the line. They were battling into the chicane. And that's where Dan lost his second wing mirror, so he's now wing mirrorless. And the two of them come across the line for third and fourth, respectively. So Dan Muller losing out on the podium position that he was fighting for with Overguard before. Oh no, sorry, it wasn't Dan Muller. It was somebody else. It was Roseburg. Sorry.
Yeah, Roseburg comes home in P7th after having. Well, I have no idea how that wheel stayed on. That looked bad, but a very, very good racing there between Bodefer and Muller, and great running from Muller there to make his way up the back up the pace there. He started third, and I think at one stage he was down at what, P10, and he recovered to P4. So good race there, a good result there.
And Davenport is still what? Okay, he's pulled over. Okay, he pulled over. Okay, I thought I was gonna have a rant, but no, he pulled over. But he didn't even. He only went through the pit stop. He only went through. He only did a drive-through.
He had a drive-through?
Yeah, and he didn't pit. He didn't go into his pit stall. For God's sake.
Let's go over the result.
Yeah, let's just go over the results.
Because we mentioned it, and it was a pretty open and shut case for Andres Valentinus, the #1 car. Started pole, finished pole. I think he had a ground Chelem overall. He had the fastest lap as well, so he will take the victory. Stefan Overgaard makes up 2 spots to take P2. John Boterford takes P3, and Dan Muller recovers to P4 after a bad start to the race. Leonardo Baello makes 4 spots up to P5, and Russell Wheatley takes 7 spots and comes P6. Brandon Roseborough had that unfortunate accident with John Stewart. He finishes P7th. And Solon Harrison also had a bit of a spin, finishes P8. Chris Felstead finishes P9th. Stephanie Leslie finishes 10th. Gavin Boyer finishes 11th. Ryan Garvin finishes 12th. That's all the runners that finished on the lead lap.
Godefroy was a lap down. Lofton was a lap down. Rankin was a lap down. Tamosinus was a lap down. And then we get to the GT2s. It was Rodeveld who won the race. Mosquera was 10 seconds behind him, and Davenport once again not doing himself a good service by driving with such a damaged car. 3 laps down. John Stewart, sorry, not John Stewart. It is John Stewart. Sorry, I got it right the first time. He finished 8 laps down, pulled it into the pits. Schleiz was also 8 laps down. Warcup was 8 laps down in 19th position, and down all the way in 20th. Paiva, who had that crash that sat him in the pits for 3 minutes. Did not retake the track. And he is 15 laps down. I think Craig... Oh, I thought you were being called there for a second.
No. I just got asked how cursed is my livery from Ryan Garbin. It's not cursed. Not cursed at all. Looks alright to me. All I can say about that. I don't even know where to begin or where to end there. That was a very...
Oh, he's got a wee livery. Oh, no. Oh, no. I've done it now.
Yep, you've done it now.
But, Craig, what would you say would be your experience at Charlotte Roval? I think this is the first time we both commented on a Charlotte Roval.
I can see now why cars at this speed don't run Charlotte Roval. When you've got GT1 cars doing 117s, so I expect a GTE car to do about the same, 115, 116. GTEs will probably do about 120, 123s. So I can see now why this isn't used for anything other than Skippies, Mazdas, and NASCAR. Because this was not a clean race, and no fault of the drivers crashing into each other. It was just the temperatures completely destroyed the tyres. I think someone mentioned that you're losing about, now Dan Muller mentioned it, you're getting slower by about half a second a couple of laps in. So you're doing a hot lap of 115, and then after a few laps, boom. There you go, you've got no tyre life anymore. So, well done for those surviving, in all due fairness, because we did see some cars when the tyres went, and they tried to correct, and they lost the car.
Well, they also had wing mirrors going. Well, I was about to say went, but that would have been like very bad English. But I don't really think there will be a driver of the day. It's just like so many people had lost their wing mirrors. Like it'll be those who had their wing mirrors intact at the end of the race, probably our drivers of the day, because
can we just have a moment of silence for the wing mirrors that were lost in this race?
Yeah, hang on.
It's important. Yeah.
A moment of silence, please, for the wing mirrors being lost. Okay, I couldn't keep it.
It's not fair! Right, so that was Mirror Crash TV, not Car Crash. That was Mirror Crash TV this week. If you have enjoyed us entertaining you through the race, I promise the GT1s are better than this. It's just the Roval did not work. Let's be brutally honest. Roval did not work. But next week we're back. Go on.
Sorry, I was about to say, given the amount of wing mirrors have been lost, I mean, I can definitely agree with you on that one.
But we are back next week for we're back here a few times next week. But mainly the Fanatec GT1 series will be back next Sunday. And it's Monza. And it's not your normal Monza, because they've taken out the first chicane. So do join us next Sunday for that, if you do like our coverage. Don't forget to subscribe and follow us on YouTube and Twitch respectively. Join our Discord if you feel like it. If you do want to take any more interest in the GT1 series, they do have a Discord and a good community there. We will be back though Wednesday night with the RSR World Series, and that will be 2 30-minute races at Suzuka, followed by Friday night. Now I know we've got a big race Saturday, but Friday night is the big one, and I am pimping the hell out of it. Friday night, ILMS, the Nordschleife. Please join us if that's the one race you get to see next week from us. Do join us for that.
And I'll echo those comments. Do join us on Wednesday and Friday for RSR on Wednesday and ILMS on Friday. Until then, guys, have an awesome rest of your weekend and enjoy yourselves. Take care.